Hi everyone and welcome to Abhishek's kitchen. Today we are going to make a pistachio petits gateaux. So let's get started.
For the recipe, first for the pistachio praline, in a pan of sugar add water. Heat this to 117 degrees Celsius on medium heat. Once it has reached the desired temperature, add pistachios and mix. Cook until they are caramelized. Once they are caramelized, remove it from the heat. Transfer this to a lined baking sheet to cool down to room temperature. Once cool, transfer this to a blender and blend it into a paste. It will take some time to turn into paste. If it is not turning into paste, then add some neutral oil and blend again. Your pistachio praline paste is ready. Next, for the pistachio crumble, in the same blender add biscuits and blend. Transfer this to the melted white chocolate. Add pistachio praline to it and mix everything. Place this paste between two papers. Roll it using a rolling pin to 2 mm thick. Place this in the fridge to set. You can keep this in the freezer for a month and in the fridge for 2 weeks. Now for the pistachio cream. Strain in the gelatin in cold water and keep it aside to bloom for 20 minutes. In the pan of cream, add milk. Bring this to a boil at medium heat. In the bowl of melted white chocolate, add pistachio paste and mix. Once the milk and cream start boiling, remove it from the heat and add bloom gelatin to it and mix. Transfer this on top of the chocolate and pistachio paste and mix. Emulsify this using a hand blender. Cover this with a cling film and keep it in the fridge to set for at least 12 hours. Next, for the choux pastry cake, preheat the oven at 165 degrees Celsius. Next, in a pan on medium heat, add milk and butter. When it starts boiling, remove it from the heat and add flour to it. Bring it back to the heat and mix. If it is drying out fast, then remove it from the heat and mix. You want a paste but not a dry paste. Transfer immediately to a stand mixer. Mix this at a medium speed with a paddle attachment. Stop this mixer and add eggs and yolks to it and mix again. Once a liquid paste is formed, stop the mixer and remove the bowl. Transfer this to a separate bowl. Next, in a clean stand mixer bowl, add egg whites. Attach the whisk attachment and whisk at high speed. Once the egg starts to froth, stop the mixer and add 1/3 of the sugar and whisk again. Once the first batch of sugar is incorporated, repeat this 2 more times. Whisk until the meringue is soft and stiff peaks are formed. To this, add green and yellow color and whisk again till the color is incorporated. You can see that the meringue is soft and has stiff peaks. Mix gently with spatula so that there is uniform color and no white streaks. Do not mix it too hard as it might deflate the meringue. Add 1/3 of the meringue to the choux paste and mix to make the choux paste light. Next, add the next batch of the meringue, but this time mix it gently so that the meringue does not deflate. Repeat this step for the 3rd batch as well. Next, transfer this batter to 2 lined sheet pan. Spread this using a spatula to approximately 1 to 2 mm thick. Bake this for 10 minutes or until a skewer inserted comes out clean. As soon as the cake is baked, cover it with a cling film and keep it in the fridge overnight. Next, for the cherry compote, drain in the gelatin in water and let it bloom for 20 minutes. Next, in a pan on medium heat, add cherry puree and invert sugar. Heat this to 30 degrees Celsius. Add sugar and cook for a minute. Remove it from the heat and add bloom gelatin to it and mix. To this, add lemon juice and half cut cherries and mix. In a silicone mold, add 20 grams of cherry compote in each mold and freeze. Next, for the pistachio whipped ganache, drain in the gelatin in water and let it bloom for 20 minutes. Next, in the pan of cream, add invert sugar and glucose. Once it starts boiling, remove it from the heat and add bloomed gelatin to it and mix. Next, in melted chocolate, add pistachio paste and above mixture and mix. Next, emulsify this using a hand blender. To this, add cold cream and mix again using a hand blender. Transfer this to another bowl. Cover this with a cling wrap and keep it in the fridge for at least 12 hours. Next, for compiling the cake, place an acetate sheet of 19 cm of length and 3.5 cm of height on sponge cake. Cut a sponge cake of this length. Place this in a ring mold and ensure that the acetate sheet is between the cake sponge and the ring and not between the sponge layers. The diameter of the ring is 6 cm. Next, cut a cake disc of 6 cm diameter and place it at the bottom of the mold. Next, add pistachio cream on top of it. Next, cut a diameter of 6 cm of pistachio crunch and place it on top of the pistachio cream. Next, remove the cherry compote from the mold and cut a 6 cm diameter disc out of it. Place this on top of the pistachio crunch. Next, add pistachio cream on top of it. Next, using a spatula, level the top surface. Place this in the freezer overnight to set. Once the cake is set, remove the acetate sheet and add whipped ganache on top of it using star nozzle. Next, add pistachio paste in the middle of the ganache. To this, place half-cut pistachios on top of it for extra crunch. Next, place edible silver on top of it. Your Pistachio Petits Gateaux is ready. You can set a cake on silicone mold as well. If you cut the cake, you will see the different layers of the cake.
Thank you and namaste from my side. See you all in the next video.